So in this video, I'm gonna share with you yung 4 common types of mga dividend portfolio. So yeah, yung tanong is, ano bang klaseng dividend portfolio do you have? So if that is something that you're interested with, make sure you check this video out. Hi guys, Suplu here. And when it comes to building a dividend portfolio, dapat you don't just blindly buy mga different dividend stocks. Dapat alam mo ano ba yung main portfolio mo, ano ba yung purpose ng portfolio mo. Kasi again, the types of stocks that you buy, the types of dividend stocks that you buy determines anong klaseng dividend portfolio that you have. And of course, if you want to build a dividend portfolio, you want to make sure na it's a winning dividend portfolio. It's a strong dividend portfolio. Okay, in this video, I'm going to share with you yung 4 common types of dividend portfolio and check out alin sa 4 types na ito ang dividend portfolio mo. So yeah, let's get started. So the first type of dividend portfolio is yung tinatawag na defensive portfolio. Meaning, you invest in mga dividend stocks na defensive. Meaning, yung capital mo hindi masyadong gagalaw, pero at the same time, consistent pa rin nagbibigay ng dividends because people keep using these mga stocks. So example of mga stocks na defensive are mga utilities. Example would be water, and then power na stocks, and probably we could also consider yung mga telecommunications na stocks. So for example, if you look at like MWC or Manila Water, if you notice, medyo yun na, sideways yung galaw ng price niya. In fact, pwede ka nga malugi if you invested dito sa higher part and then nag-down yung market. Another example would be in the power sector, which is yung Aboitiz Power. If you notice, parang ganun lang din. Okay? So in terms of capital appreciation, you won't expect na mag-grow talaga yung value ng stocks mo, pero at least consistent yung dividends mo. However, example, let's say for example, Meralco, if you notice in the past few years, medyo sideways lang din. Pero just recently, nag-shoot up yung price niya. So, yes, from time to time, pwede ka makahanap ng stocks na yun, may konting capital appreciation. So, but basically, defensive dividend portfolio is that you invest your money or majority of your funds, majority of your investments nasa utilities sector kasi most likely you value yung consistency, you value yung capital preservation, at the same time, consistent dividends. The second type of dividend portfolio naman is yung tinatawag na high yield dividend portfolio. So, the name itself, high yield, gusto natin mataas yung dividend rate na marireceive natin. However, high rate, high yield, high risk, okay? Higher returns, higher risk. So, example of a high yield stocks or dividend stocks is investing in mga mining companies. Example would be Semirara or SCC. So, currently, nasa around 12%. If you invest in SCC, pwede kang kumita up to 12% in dividends per year. Pero alam natin, mining, it's a very risky business. So, minsan, this year, meron silang special dividends, pero baka next year, pwedeng wala din. The same time, mining, it's based on supply and demand. Ngayon, pwedeng taas yung demand, kaya malaki yung kita nila. Pero pwedeng next year, mababa yung demand, kaya pwede din mag-down yung value or yung dividends na ibibigay nila. Another example of a high yield would be mga holdings company. Example would be LTG. However, it's a higher risk because like most holdings company kasi, hindi sila kumikita on their own. Kumikita sila through the companies under them. So, ako personally, I love yung mga holdings company kasi parang diversified na siya. Pero yung risk lang is that, again, marami silang companies under, di ba? So, let's say, for example, out of those companies, meron doon hindi magpe-perform. Okay? So, let's say, for example, LTG, and then, isa sa mga nagbibigay ng revenue nila would be yung tobacco nila na company. So, what if magda-down yung profit nun? So, affected din yung profit ni LTG. So, parang ganun. And lastly naman, pwede ka rin, if you want higher yield, pwede ka rin maghanap ng mga stocks na nag-down in value in terms of price, okay? But you believe mayroong potential. So, example nito would be mga REITs ngayon na nag-down yung value. Example would be DDMPR, so Double Dragon. So, alam natin, Double Dragon na from Jollibee owner and Mang Inasal owner, di ba? Pero, pababa ng pababa yung price niya. So, when you look at yung dividend yield, again, kapag down yung price, pwedeng tataas yung dividend yield. So, as of now, yung Double Dragon nasa 8% dividends per year. However, yung risk nun is that walang masyadong galawan si DDMPR. No new infusions, no new plans of expansion. So, yun yung risk. Another example would be Philinvest, diba? Again, pa-down yung value niya. Okay? So, mataas yung dividend rate. But then again, the question is, makakabawi ba sila in terms of their income? Another example would be yung mga Villar na mga REITs like PREIT and V-REIT. So, currently, nasa 15% yung dividends na per year. So, sobrang laki. However, if pupunta ka daw sa mga malls, Okay, like Vista Malls, wala kang makitang tao doon kasi walang mga tao doon. So, yan yung risk din. So, yes, mataas yung dividend rate, okay? Pero there's a risk na baka malugi yung company, baka hindi na magbigay ng dividends. So, yun nga, high returns, high yield, higher risk din. Now, another dividend portfolio naman is yung tinatawag na monthly cash flow na dividend portfolio. Yung goal mo is that you build a dividend portfolio so that on a monthly basis, meron kang dividends na ma-receive. So, typically, dito papasok yung mga tinatawag natin ng mga REITs. Kung saan, REITs, they basically like, nagbibigay sila ng dividends on a quarterly basis. So, in fact, in other countries, meron mga REITs na nagbibigay on a monthly basis talaga. So, para kang may rental income without owning your own property. In fact, I have a video kung saan I shared doon na just by owning 3 or 4 REITs, I believe, meron ka ng monthly income. And the good thing kasi with investing in mga REITs is that they are required by law na yung 90% of their distributable income nire-reinvest nila or binibigay nila back to their investors. But then again, of course, may risk yan. Kasi again, if yung portfolio mo majority na sa REITs, since they are real estate, kapag may pandemic, kapag may mga crisis that will affect real estate prices, then ma-affected din yung price ng mga REITs and ma-affected din yung mga dividends mo. And lastly, yung fourth type of dividend portfolio is having all of this. Kung saan, tinatawag nito na diversified portfolio. Meaning, you have a little bit of high risk, meron kang monthly cash flow, meron ka ring mga defensive dividend stocks. So, naka-diversified yung portfolio mo. However, yung challenge lang nito, if you wanna into a diversified dividend portfolio, you may need to have like 10 to 15 stocks para maging well-diversified ka talaga. So, meaning, sobrang dami mong stocks na i-monitor. Yung tanong lang is, do you have the time to really check isa-isa yung mga dividend stocks mo? If maganda pa yung performance, nagdown ba yung value, or is it a growing stocks ba? So, basically, if you go into diversified portfolio, yun nga, yung challenge is, you have to have a lot of stocks na kailangan mong i-monitor. So, out of these 4 different dividend portfolio types, ako personally, yung pinaka-bet ko talaga is having monthly cash flow na portfolio. However, I have a little bit of high yield, which is yung mga holdings company. So, I love holdings company. At the same time, I also have a bit of defensive stocks. And basically, yung portfolio ko is diversified portfolio. So, yeah, i-check mo yung portfolio mo ngayon right now. Saan ba dito yung mas madami? Like, in terms of percentages, saan ba yung mas madami? Are you into defensive stocks? So, mas marami ba mga utilities? Okay? Or, are you into high yield? So, mas na-attracted ka ba on mga malaking dividend yields? Or, are you into monthly cash flow kung saan yung goal mo is to invest in mga REITs kung saan meron kang steady cash flow on a monthly basis? Or, baka are you also a diversified investor? So, again, check your portfolio and determine anong klase kang dividend investor. Now, if you're like me na gusto din na diversified yung portfolio mo, however, you don't know how to choose, ay hindi mo alam ano ba yung mga dividend stocks that you can choose. Well, I actually have a perfect video for that. You can check out this next video kung saan dito, I shared dito yung top 15 dividend stocks according to Dragonfly. So yeah, if you want a diversified portfolio kung saan experts na yung nag-research for you, then again, you might want to check out this next video and I'll see you there.